I just spent the morning doing manual labor building a house in Vietnam. This has been the situation right in front of my house for the past 2 months now. Construction noise, banging every single day. But when you live in the fastest developing city in the fastest developing country on earth, it kind of comes with the territory. So this is not exactly the video I had in mind today. I try to make videos that help foreigners moving to Da Nang, but I also want to go deeper and show off what life is really like in Da Nang outside of the tourist bubbles. Rất muốn cho người nước ngoài xem cuộc sống ở Việt Nam, người địa phương, đúng không? Hopefully we can accomplish both of those things today. Man, it's hot out here. So I had planned on talking about construction noise, how to deal with it and how to avoid it when possible. We'll get to all that, but I also think it's important to keep the big picture in mind. Listen, I get it. I work at home most days, planning or editing videos. Construction noise is a pain in the ass, but like a lot of things in Vietnam, you get used to it. You can't be too sensitive here. So before you start getting fussy when the construction noise is ruining your Zoom call, remember there's people working outside in the blazing heat for less than $2 an hour. So here's what actually happened. I walked downstairs this morning. I'm about to film a completely different intro for this video. And sure enough, I look outside, there's a gosh dang kitten at my door.
What in the world are you doing here?
You might say, oh, he's so cute. What's wrong? Don't you like kittens? Of course I like kittens. That's how I ended up with these two monsters. Both of them showed up at my door as kittens and I couldn't turn them away. I'm like a cat whisperer. I definitely don't want another cat, so I take them outside to the auntie working next door to see if she saw where it came from. Next thing I know, I'm pushing wheelbarrows of concrete around. Em ấn tượng làm với chị mạnh lắm. Làm việc khó lắm. Để em lấy. Nặng quá.
Chưa bà cực cỡ chứ đấy.
I'm obviously being dramatic. I offered to help. I wanted to know what life was really like for the construction workers. And this particular auntie had been very friendly with me for the last few weeks. So it was nice to talk to her and get to know her story. She told me she lives in Tam Kỳ, which is about a 2-hour drive away. Tam Kỳ đến Đà Nẵng bằng xe máy.
Xe máy.
Bao lâu?
2 tiếng.
2 tiếng? Ôi dồi ôi. Mỗi sáng chị lái xe 2 tiếng?
Không, đấy là ở trọ này.
À.
Ở trọ này là 1 tuần về lần.
Ở Đà Nẵng 1 tuần. Chị làm việc 6 ngày 1 tuần và nghỉ Chủ nhật đúng không? Nghỉ 1 ngày thôi. Chị có chồng cũng làm việc ở đấy không? Dạ, em nghĩ thế. Anh ý cũng thân thiện lắm. Đó là lý do chính xác. Em rất thích sống ở Việt Nam bởi vì mọi người thân thiện lắm, dễ nói chuyện, dễ giao tiếp. Her and her husband both work on this house, so they rent a room together in Da Nang. They work 6 days a week. They have Sundays off, so they go back to their hometown once a week. She also said she doesn't mind traveling so far to work because the money is better in Da Nang. They make $400K a day, which is about 16 US dollars. These people are barely making enough money to live on, and you won't hear them complaining. So with that in mind, there's a few things to understand about Da Nang as a foreigner who's living here or planning to move here. Da Nang is developing fast, whether you like it or not. A lot of foreigners are complaining about the construction that's going on, but this is an overwhelmingly good thing for the locals. More jobs, more opportunities, more money into the local economy. This country has spent the last 30 years trying to catch up with the rest of the world, and it's finally happening. Da Nang is a great place to live, but it's not the quiet, sleepy beach town it once was. Some spots in the city are pretty loud and chaotic. But it's not hard at all to find little slices of peace and quiet. Trust me, you just gotta know where to look. Sorry, I kinda gotta whisper. Uncle next to me is taking a nap.
By the way, if you're moving to Da Nang, check out my travel group. It's called the Da Nang Social Club. It's got all my best recommendations for food, coffee shops. I'll help you find an apartment. I'll help you with everything you need to get settled into Da Nang. We've got a great group of people from all over the world. We throw a huge party every month so you'll be able to meet people. I'm really proud of the group. I think you're gonna love it. I'll link it right underneath the video. So let's talk about how to deal with construction noise and what to do if you've already got it. So when you're first looking for an apartment, it's really important that you see places in person. Of course, you need to check out the apartment on the inside, but equally as important is understanding the area around the apartment. If there's empty lots nearby, someone is going to build something soon. My first house I ever rented in Da Nang had a really nice garden in between my house and the neighbors. The neighbors were an old Vietnamese couple. They grew a bunch of vegetables, tomatoes, peppers, and herbs, and they would share with me all the time. It was amazing. 6 months into living there, they decided to clear that lot and build a house. That's happening more and more around Da Nang. As we've just seen in my case now, sometimes there's no open lots, but your neighbor can decide to knock down a perfectly good house just to build a new one. Honestly, the construction is going to be a little bit hard to avoid. So what do you do if you already have it? If you work from home like me, you get a good pair of noise canceling headphones. Or you can go out to one of many quiet coffee shops, co-working spaces. They're all over town. It's actually a really good thing to get outside, go explore, find new places. You'll be surprised of what you come across. Forget about construction noise for a minute. You also need to think about Vietnamese bar restaurants. There's a lot of these open air Vietnamese beer halls where a big group of guys will go and have dinner and then drink 40 beers. My first house was in An Thuong, which is now the most popular expat touristy area. Back then, there wasn't even that many tourists, but I would still fall asleep every night to mo, hi, bye, yo, from the local Vietnamese people partying every night. By the way, that's how they say cheers in Vietnam. If you know, you know.
Quick update, it's been a couple days and this guy thinks he lives in my garden now, so please, if anybody wants a cat, let me know. I'll say it again, despite the construction, Da Nang is still an amazing place to live. It's not too late, you haven't missed the boat. I actually think the boom here is just getting started. In my opinion, Da Nang is and will be the best place to live in Vietnam for the foreseeable future. There's plenty of pros and cons to Da Nang, but in life, sometimes you need some bad things to help you appreciate the good things. I don't think there's anywhere in the world that's absolutely perfect, but Da Nang is the closest thing to perfect I've found. It works for me, and I hope it'll work for you too. All the negative things that you see online about Da Nang, they're coming from rookies that haven't been in Vietnam long enough to know how to navigate life here. So I'm gonna keep doing my best to share my experience, help sort you out. Check out the Da Nang Social Club if you're moving here soon. Subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with everything. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this video, you're probably gonna like the next one. So I'll see you over there. Peace.